I'll be coming to that little bit later on.
Sure.
Okay. So being a math teacher, we face certain challenges in our classroom. I want you people to explain what kind of challenges we face in our classrooms. Yes, definitely visualizing, lack of visualization, time constraint, and we have to think of the engagement activities of the students for that. And especially when we have to teach geometry or we have to plot the graphs, we face certain problems. Time constraint is there, we have to finish out the syllabus and we have less time to work on these tools. So here comes the solution, that is the GeoZebra, a dynamic mathematics software which has the features a combination of geometry, algebra and calculus. It's an open source software and it works in both the modes, online as well as offline mode. It can be used as a pedagogical tool, it can be used as a presentation tool, a modeling tool or an authoring tool. All of us are familiar already with the offline mode of the GeoZebra. We are already using that version in our classrooms. But nowadays, since we are teaching online and we have internet facility with us in our classrooms, so today we'll explore the GeoZebra online. So we have the steps, we have to follow certain steps when we have to join online. We have to visit the website www.geozebra.org. This kind of interface will come across when we join at this site. Here, if we look at this button on the topmost right corner, sign in, we have to sign in. If we have already an account on it, we can sign in by giving our IDs, or otherwise we can create an account as we created on other websites also. If you look at this page, there are resources given here, classroom resources, and also in the left hand menu there is an option resources. So you can click any of them to find the available resources. This is a platform where already available resources are there, or you can create your own resources also if you want to create. So let's see how it works. I'm going to site geozebra.org. Since I'm already a user, so I'm signing in. I have already signed in it, and if you see it, this my ID is coming here. Okay, and this is the interface I have shown to you. So here, if I'll work on classroom resources, it will show me the list of available resources. I can explore these resources either by typing the topic here, because there are thousands of resources available here, and if I want on a particular topic, I can type it here. For example, if I type lines and angles, it will take me to all the resources that are related to this topic. You can see how many resources are there related to this. Now we can explore these according to our needs, according to the grade needs. And suppose there are certain resources which are in the forms of activity and certain resources are in the form of books. That means there are more than one activity in this book. So if I look at this, suppose I want this lines and angle, I can click on this and I can see there are how many activities are there. So I can use as it is in my classroom if I want to use. And if I want to change some questions, change some view of this, I can save it in my profile. So see, if I copy it from here, I can add it to my profile which I have created. basically my profile area was a cupboard. You can say a cupboard allotted in a room on this. This is a wider platform where we have lot of users are there, and we can save our work in a cupboard, which is our own account. Also, we can create class from here. Let's see what do we mean by a GeoGebra class. GeoGebra Classroom is a virtual platform which gives teachers an interactive and engaging task for students. View live updated progress of tasks working on a specific task. View which task students have started or not. You can view in a real time. We'll see how it works. Ask the entire class question and see all the student answer instantly. Anonymize students' name. If you don't want to show the names of the students, you can anonymize it in the form student 1, student 2, student 3 just by clicking on a button. And it facilitates rich interactive discussions among all students, group of students and individual students. The steps we have to follow, there are certain steps we have to follow. The first step is suppose find an activity which we can explore from the resource. Then create a class. Next step will be create a class. The third step is students join the class. Now there are two ways by which students can join the class. Either students can join through a code which will appear on the top right corner and we can give that to students, or they can join with a direct link if we give it to them. After they join, the tasks are assigned to them and they can work on this. So let's explore how it works. I'm coming to my own account. Here I have saved certain activities. Let's see how it creates. I'm sharing it. I'm creating a class for you people. You'll join it with a code. This is an activity, triangle inequality. I'll just click on it. If you look at on the right hand corner, there is an option create class. I've selected the activity. My step 1 is over. Now step 2, create class. Now this is the class I am creating. New class, triangle inequality. I have created this class. So this is the code. Either you will share this code with the students, or if I want to share the link, this is the link I can share. I'll copy the link here and I will post it in my chat box. So now all of you are requested to join this platform quickly. I'm waiting for you people to join. You people will join as my student. Please join on this platform. Yeah, one student has joined. If you look at my screen, the students are joining. So in real time, this works. Yes, I'm waiting for more to join. Join quickly. Now, when the students join, this is the task overview window. By clicking on it, I'll see the task. Now, when we plan an activity, geometrical or the graphical representation is one task, and if we add on the questions to that, these becomes a separate task. If you look at the screen, one student is already working on this task 3. So by just looking at this in a real time, I'll be able to understand. Now here the task 1. I want you people to do the task 1. It is the triangle inequality property. You will just move one of the side and see what is the change in the dimensions and is the triangle inequality property satisfies. You can try out for collinear points also. Yeah, one student is working on all these. That 11 students have joined. 2 are working on task 1. Yes, very nice. What about others? Please explore. You'll also enjoy while exploring. Yes, 4 people are working on task 1. 1 people is working on task 2. 1 is on task 3. What about others? Why they are not working? If I click on here, I'll be able to know who is working. Let's see, this is the screen of every student who is working. So it's showing me like who is working and who is not working. Now, as I was saying that I can hide the identity of a child also. So if I click on this anonymize button, if you look, since your name disappears and student 1, student 2, student 3 have appeared here. Those students who have joined, who are working on this task, their names are appearing. So again, by clicking on this, I can see that these students have submitted the task. This was the view of task 1. Similarly, I can view task 2. So task 2 has been done by Jyotsna, Sarika, Sujata and Rashmi Kathuria. Then if I'll explore it, task 3. So correct answers have been given by how many students? By 4 students, and 1 student has submitted the wrong answer. So option A has been submitted by 1 student and option C has been submitted by 4 students. So you can analyze very quickly the task and can give the feedback to the students. So let's come back. So I'm coming back to my own process. Now let's see how can I organize my this cupboard or shelf, you can say. If I have a shelf in this is just like that. I have been allotted a cupboard in my staff room. There are a lot of other teachers are also sitting, and a cupboard is given to me to keep my things. So here, if you look at this, we have create option. When I click on it, I have the option of creating a folder, creating an activity, creating a book, which is a combination of activities, and upload. Means if I have already made any file in offline mode of the GeoGebra, I can upload it here. As you have seen, the activity on which you have worked, that I have created in offline mode and that I have uploaded here. And after uploading here, I have added the question. Suppose I want to create an activity here. I am creating create activity and see how many options are available with this. I have to give the title of the activity here. Then I can insert text here to explain the things, to give the instructions. I can insert the element text. I can insert the GeoGebra applet here, and I can put the questions here. Questions again, as you have seen, we can have multiple choice questions or short answer questions, which we can add here. We can embed a video and write the corresponding questions, or we can insert an image. So all these options are there. That means it's just not that I can keep here on GeoGebra applet. I can keep some other files also. I can keep assignments also, which contains the links to other web pages or videos, or I can insert the images and I can keep the PDF files here. And then just click on save and close, and your activity will be created. Okay, so title is mandatory. Since I'm trying here, I'm explaining it, so I can write it as demo activity. And I am inserting in GeoGebra applet. So suppose this is a GeoGebra applet and I want to edit or I want to search. So I'll click here, applet search. Search for the existing applet. Suppose I want for the coordinate geometry, or you can say linear equations. I'm entering here, it will show me the applets related to linear equation. I can add it If you'll scroll, you'll see how many linear equation applets are there. So you can explore them, and according to your need, you can add them. Okay. Suppose I am this adding this template, so I can add this applet. So you have to just resize it to fit in this in window. This is the large dimension applet it's giving me. So I'm just resizing it to fit in this window. And if I want to change this applet, I can change. I can drop a file, already existing file here to upload. I can edit this applet also. And if I have been done with this, I can say this. Now, after uploading this, I can add element as in questions. So here I can enter the questions which I want the students to answer, and this applet will become the task one, and the questions which we are forming will become the other tasks, as you have seen in your classroom. And then you can save and close. If you want to write some instructions, you can add text here and you can save and close. This activity will be created here. You look at here. So this is the activity created here. Now if I have lots of activities, I can create the folders here to organize them. This, if you look at this, I have 3 folders already: game, secondary, and middle, where I have searched certain applets and I found useful for my classroom. So I have saved them here. So see, this is the middle one, and here this is the concept visualization of integers. Especially students face the problem in addition and subtraction of integers. So you can see, you can visualize this concept. These are all very dynamic ones. You just need to drag the sliders and see, you can explain multiple questions within a fraction of time. So that helps us in saving our time in the class environment. That means we can cover more than the questions, or more number of questions in the classroom. See, so I can this, and this is the final answer is given by red dot. So you can even create the questions. This, if you want to give them an as an assignment, you can create class and share it with the students. Or if you want to demonstrate in the class, you can ask the questions in the classroom. That is how this works. Then we have another very interesting feature in GeoGebra. A new feature has been added. You are looking at these 9 dots, as you see in your Gmail also. So by clicking on this, if you see, there are the views, different views which we are already familiar with, and a special feature has been added here is notes. So what is GeoGebra Notes? It's a dynamic app for teaching and documenting. It supports multiple pages, handwriting, and inserting all kinds of interactive media. GeoGebra Notes include features for various subjects and can use by any class. It's not necessary that only math teachers can use. Any teacher can use it because it gives us a platform like a whiteboard. We can create triangles, lines, circles, rectangles, the basic shapes. We can write and mark with a pen and highlighter. We can select objects and change their size and style. Insert images, video, website and text. Create multiple pages. Choose different kinds of backgrounds. Means if we want the different types of lines, we can have here. And we can save and share our work with others. Again, here we can compile our whole work. Means we can treat it like as a drive where we can embed different kinds of work. Now this is the interface of GeoGebra Notes. It has this toolbar. This is the toolbar. Then page overview view, and this is the canvas of the GeoGebra Notes. Now this toolbar, if you look at this, has 3 different tools. One is pen tools, where you have a pen to write for handwriting purpose. Shape tools, from where you can draw the figures very easily, and as we require the figures for making the question tables or assignments, very easy to make the figure here. And media tools, where we can embed different kinds of media. Now, pen tools, if you look at this, this is the pen toolbar, and we have an option to select the object, pen option, eraser and highlighter, as these are the features available in all other softwares also, and these are the colors, and on clicking on plus button you'll get more colors, and this is the thickness of the highlighter or the pen you can increase, and this is the page overview button by which clicking on which you can see the different pages, because it's just like your whiteboard that you can add number of pages here. So you can use it as a whiteboard while teaching in an online mode. Then after pen tools, we have shape tools. These are the basic shapes which we require, especially in teaching. And from these, we can make the figures. There is another option, mask, which is used to cover it. Just if we are not comfortable of making the figures while teaching simultaneously, we can create them all previously and mask them, and we can unmask them while teaching. Masking is just to cover the previous preview. And then in the last we have the media tools, which are very powerful tools. So see how it works. If I'm coming here, I have this GeoGebra nodes. Look at this. This is your canvas. This whole is your canvas. And these are the tools. So by pen tool, if I'm selecting this pen and I'm able to write, it's your grip, how you are able to write. If you have a stylus, it's quite easier to write on this using this tool. You can hide this menu by just clicking on it, and again clicking on it, you can see this. If you click on this page preview, it will show you this is page 1, and when you add plus, you'll get another page. So that means you can add as many pages as you want, and this canvas views vertically. So I'm coming to next. Next is this are the basic shapes. So if I have to draw a figure, I have to draw a circle. So I have to pick here and draw the circle. So easy to draw. So I can take a line, I can draw a tangent, and again I'll pick a line and then I can draw a tangent. So easy to draw the figure. If we don't have to draw the figure up to scale and you just want to draw a figure, it's very easy to draw a figure. Now I want to label the figure, so I'll go to this media tool. Here there is a text option. I'll click on it and I'll click here and I can write the point and I can move it and place it wherever I want to place it. Okay. Similarly, I can label other points. So easy to draw a figure, and then I can share this. I can save it. Okay, I want to save it, and then on the left hand side, if I want to export it as an image, so this can be exported as an image, and I can print this image. I can copy this link to share with this. If I'll export this image, I can download this image and can insert in my assignment I am making on the Google Docs or in the Microsoft Word. Wherever I can want to use this image, I can use this image. So after this, there are other features in this media tool. One is equation, where all the mathematical symbols and all the basic symbols are there. And if we want to write functions or we want to write the text, we can do it. For example, I want to insert pi and I want to write r, and then I want to write the square of this number. So I can explain like this, pi r square. So you can write the expressions very easily. Again, the third one is the graphing tool. By clicking on this, we'll get the GeoGebra applet. So we can make a GeoGebra applet here. CAS is another view of the GeoGebra. Then there is just the hyperlinking of the any of the page. If you want to hyperlink here, you want to demonstrate in your class, you can hyperlink here. Image you can insert the videos, you can insert the audios, or you can attach the PDF files. All the features available in other softwares are available here. And then the very interesting, the last feature and the very interesting feature of this is graspable maths. Before that, I just want to clear this canvas. I'm deleting all the things. Even I can select and I can delete them also. So this is the tool, Graspable Maths. I found it very, very interesting. This is a very interesting tool where you have to write less and you can explain more. If you look at this, I suppose I want to insert a mathematical expression. I have to click here. I can type here. Suppose I want to find x square. Done. I want to calculate the value of x at 2. I'll again insert an expression, x equals to, suppose 2. I said that. Now, I want to calculate the value of this expression by substituting x is equal to 2. So I just have to use this transform tool. This is the transform tool. I'll drag it from here and I'll put it here, and you see the value has been put there. Now I'll double tap on this and the value will be calculated. Now the steps are hidden, so I can just drag them up and I can see all the steps are visible here. So just writing the equation. Now one more feature in this is if I just want to change the value of x is equal to 3. So this is a scrub option, and I have to do a setting here. Setting way because the decimal precision has been done here. So I just want to scrub that. I just scrub that to the 0 decimal place. So that means only integral values will be there. So now if I just click on this and this, I'll drag it to this. You see value of this has been changed 3, and automatically the calculations has been changed. So it's a very, very dynamic tool which we can use. Even we can solve a linear equation with the help of this. I'm just showing you a demonstration. I'm just expressing the maths this, and before that I just want to delete all these. So I'm just deleting, I'm selecting this one. I'm selecting this one and I'm just deleting it. Okay, so I'm again coming to this graspable maths. I'm just writing an equation. For example, if I write x, suppose 5x minus 2 is equal to, say, 8. Done. This is the linear equation. Now, while explaining this concept, how do we explain to the student? We say, take this to the other side. So here again, we are using the transform tool. You see, as soon as you enter, it automatically goes to transformations. So I just drag it here, and this is my first step. 5x is equal to 8 plus 2. I can show this to the student that I am doing this. Now, I'll click here and see. The next step automatically is there. Now, what will be my next step? I have to divide this equation by 5. So, I am dividing it by 5. And now, what will be the next step? I am just dividing it by 5 and see these are my steps. So I am able to solve the linear equation with no time, with all the steps written. And what I have done, I just enter the equation through the keyboard. So I found this tool very interesting and very useful for math teachers. And here also, using the scrub option, we can change the value, so we can solve multiple questions just by writing one of the equations. And that's all for the GeoGebra notes. And thank you.